I want to share to you guys Wtphu Stars. She seems to be a great VTuber, a fun VTuber, and her video came up in my feed because Wtphu Overture is set to release in the summer, and there's been no news at the time of recording. Let me actually look it up. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I'm not talking out of my butt. An announcement, like a date trailer, because the announcement trailer doesn't really tell us anything. It's been 2 months ago. There's been no update. There's a story trailer 2 months ago, a announcement trailer 3 months ago. But as far as I know, there's been no updates on the actual release of Overture. Let's go ahead and watch.
Boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Can it be winter all of a sudden?
It's what? It's
Yes, winter.
You want to know the year? What a pleasure to meet a stalker worthy of the name. It's been far too long.
Now them.
Friend, help me to hold your hand and dance.
Is that the cat?
You're not the puppet I was expecting.
Who the hell is she?
She is extremely confused.
Legendary. She
Ew.
stepped up only because no one else could. Too many stalkers were lost to that evil.
It's the doggo.
Yeah, Alidoro.
Both? Oh, and claws.
Different things.
Gunblade.
All that matters. Nothing else comes close. Not even in my life. I swear I won't be late.
He becomes Virgil.
Yep, Virgil, definitely. Summer 2025, and there's no news about it yet either. So she's gonna break it down.
Something to do with Blue Fairy Lady, yeah. And it either starts snowing, or I think the devs on their post said something about like going back and seeing Crop like as it all was kind of going to shit. Oh, this guy's dead on the.
Yeah, because you know what? I didn't actually notice the body on the mammoth, but yeah, she does have a point. Whisper has a point. So if you guys aren't aware, for another PSA that we haven't had the announcement of the release date yet. Overture takes place. We walk down the Golden Brick Road to what appears to be the month or the night of the events that take place prior to the Wtphu, which essentially is like the attack on the what is it, the orphanage. Oh my god, I forgot the name of the orphanage. But this is a part of the Grand Hall of Adventure. Yes, Joe? I remember now. This looks like a hall that you would have at the Grand Exhibition, but also it's prior to the events of the attack of the Monat State, the Monat Charity House. That's what we're looking at. Prequel to that event.
Oh, rip that guy. Got some dudes hanging, and then you got this guy just impaled on the.
Far too
I
long.
love the fur. I think this is like the cat.
Yeah.
So if this is time travel, look at he's so cute. He gone.
I think during my run, I was able to get the cat to finally warm up to me because my humanity has come up to the maximum, to the point I became human. One of the mechanics of the game involves the situation where if you don't get enough interactions to becoming, the more puppet that you are, the longer the cat refuses to interact with you.
Friend, help me to hold your hand and dance.
And we're dancing.
Welcome to the circus of values from BioShock. Except now you dance with it. Oh no. Oh no.
You're not the puppet I was expecting.
Who is she and why is she all blue? Like, I mean, is she a puppet? I'd presume so, right? But like, maybe she's just dozed up on Ergo.
Who are?
If I remember my theory, I believe this is to be my mother, because she's using the same kind of gloves that Geppetto used during our final fight with him. And he used marionette gloves and ergo to puppet the nameless puppet. In this instance, she's using her own marionette gloves to puppet that creature. However, what I'm not noticing, what I didn't notice before that I am doing now, is that I can't tell whether or not. I wonder if she herself is the actual puppet, because if you look right here at the joints, it looks almost puppet-like at the same time. Because the more I'm staring at this, it doesn't even look like an actual glove. It looks like it's a part of her person, if that makes sense. So that's something that I'm trying to figure out as well, is that are we looking at another instance of a living puppet, much like in the same way we are? Because when Geppetto put Carlo's memories and heart into our body, we developed our own ego throughout the course of the game, and we became more than just the memories of Carlo. We became an instance of of a human. And then during one of the newsletters in Krat, there was a maid that saved a falling baby, and that function was out of her list of commands. And so I initially thought this could be my mother, because Geppetto was my father. But now I'm wondering whether or not this could have been someone that was working alongside Geppetto. But it's only based on her abilities with the ergo threads, much like how Geppetto was with his own puppet at the time. This is my original conjecture, was based on how he fought.
Does he spin like Liz? We'll find out. I mean, he was pretty good on the spin meter, as I recall.
Someone. Legendary.
But this is gross. I'm assuming it's wax.
Yeah, this is, I would say, mostly wax and blood.
I mean, it looks like wax. That's so gross.
She stepped up only because no one else could.
She only stepped up because no one else could. Is this another conversation, or this is another mention of the legendary stalker, the one that has the feather and everything? So she's the legendary stalker that apparently stepped up, and during our venture into the Alchemist Isle, the ergo waves showed that she was too late to save Carlo. So again, this is another correlation that we're time traveling to the day of the attack of the Monat estate, the Monat charity house, and Carlo. And at the same time, in addition to the fact that Carlo, this is also an instance to where we get to run into the original Alidoro, because Alidoro was present during the fall of the clock tower. So we'll have two things. So if I remember, there might be a chance that the attack on the Monad estate and the clock tower attack are happening simultaneously because of the alchemist's motives.
Is that the redhead sister? You guys remember the
Yeah.
sisters from the one was the opera singer, and the other one was
No,
also a singer, and the opera singer got jealous of her. Spoilers, I guess.
No one else.
it's okay, Whispered. The opera, the red-haired sister was the one that the white queen, the white swan is who we fought, and she was previously a singer, but the red-haired sister that is also a singer poisoned her. So that's the thing. It's Whisper. It's okay. I love you. I love that you're loving this, but we already ran into them during the game to where they were both opera singers, but the White Swan became a stalker when Antonia, the red-haired, the red dressed one, poisoned her sister. So the red-haired one that we have here,
Singer, and the other one was
this person is a legendary stalker that we meet in the Ergo memory leading up to the Alchemist Isle. So she's the one that was working alongside Jiminy at the time, before he became a lantern.
Was also a singer, and the opera singer like got jealous of her. Spoilers, I guess.
No one else could.
Is that her
Too many
though?
stalkers will
I
not
think I went over by accident.
She stepped up. Oh,
Her? Is that the sister? I mean, her
No.
outfit's a little different, but maybe it's her.
Not the sister.
because no one else could.
And then this is the Bao Bao guy. The Bao Bao guy.
Too many stalkers will rust that evil.
This is I believe Alidoro proper, because when Parrot finally revealed himself, he never actually showed the kind of weapon that he would have used. So this is Alidoro proper because he's using the Twin Dragon Sword at the moment.
So I wonder if this summon mechanic is slightly different, where you can summon other stalkers as opposed to Steve's. Could you imagine? Steve's gonna get replaced, guys.
I mean, if that's what you, I believe the summoning, it just may be because this is a current instance of where you're gonna run into Alidoro, you're gonna run into the legendary stalker. We don't know. I don't know the name of her yet, but yeah, using the horn to call in Alidoro might be a new game mechanic. You're absolutely right, Whisper. We don't know about that. But we got a big hammer. No.
This bow. I wonder, like, if the bow is going to be specific for certain boss fights, or if it's going to be like a ranged new weapon.
I believe the based on like that itself on the right hand is definitely a new weapon, but I think the bow is definitely a new Legion arm. That's what we decided. I think.
Wolverine claws.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Gunblade!
Gunblade?
It's a gunblade.
What?
It's a gunblade,
wait,
baby, buddy. Whisper, it's a gunblade. Don't you worry.
I'll do
Bro,
whatever.
deadass, I think it actually is a gunblade.
It's a
It is a
gunblade.
gunblade.
It's a gunblade, buddy. Embrace Squall.
Your survival is all that matters. Nothing else comes close. Not even my life.
I might have to play with the Virgil weapon, guys. We might have to play with...
That looks, the more I'm looking at it from her perspective, okay, so it's a different weapon than the Twin Dragons, but it's got to be an Asian sword nonetheless.
I might have to play with the Virgil weapon, guys. We might have to...
I respect that, but I don't play on Dex. That might be a dexterity technique weapon, and I'm Big Bonk. I finished the game with the living weapon, the living axe blade, so... And I'm going to go through the main campaign to the golden stargazer with the nameless puppet's scissors.
play with the Virgil weapon, though. Paul Atreides out here. I know, my man's upgraded. He's no longer just, Paul Atreides. He's now the Squall Atreides.
Squall Atreides.
That is a gunblade. I'm honestly surprised
gun-
there's, like, no Dune jokes in Lies of P, just because he looks so much like Timothy Charlemagne. Like,
Yeah, he does.
Surprised there wasn't. Like, maybe the devs don't know about it or something, but, yeah, I'm
I think it's
excited for this
coincidental.
and Nick Cave. Shit. So there's at least, like, two different... I want to try the gunblade, and I want to try the Virgil weapon.
Uh-huh. But I think Gunblade's the first thing I
don't know,
play.
it's gonna depend on how it plays. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. I gotta wait till summer though.
Again, there's no update. This is your PSA to let NeoWiz know that there is no update on the release date. Because the sooner we get a release date, the sooner I can call out of work and say, hey, yo, Thursday, Friday, I can't come in. I'm sorry. I gotta put in my vacation hours so I can play this game for 4 days straight.
Yeah, so the dev post said something about it like being almost like a director's cut of Lies of P. Here, let me pull it up here.
What do you mean director's cut?
So I get so we can read the dev post too. Dear citizens of Krot, it is the director of Lies of P. Cross the bounds of time.
I did not actually read this. My bad. This is Junwon Choi.
I'm
Okay.
joining my excitement as we take you back to the beginning of the Lies of P storyline. I'm sure you'll agree that the long journey to bring you this news is well worth it. The first gameplay trailer for Lies of P Overture was just unveiled on PlayStation State of Play, filled with incredible revelations.
That's right, Summer Game Fest is happening real soon. Because I think maybe towards the end of May, beginning of June, is Summer Game Fest, so we may get a release date for during games for the Summer Games.
We hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we did making it. This was a historical debut for us, and it was especially gratifying to share this cinematic moment with fans and veterans of Souls-like games and newcomers alike. That's me. As you might have guessed from the title, Wtphu Overture takes you back in time to uncover the hidden stories of Krot. You remember the moment when you, as Geppetto's most ambitious piece of work, woke up in the middle of the Great Puppet Frenzy, a massacre that devastated the entire city around you? Now you will venture back in time to experience the harrowing journey that birthed the fatal moment. Through Wtphu Overture, we aim to fully refine, forge, and complete the story as we originally envisioned it.
As we originally envisioned it. There's a term in the movie known as a director's cut. Okay. That is an interesting way to put it, G1. Because, okay. Yeah, because, like, they're bringing us back the harrowing journey that birthed. Yeah, because we woke up in the middle of the frenzy. But context clues indicate that it's during the events of the Monad Charity House fire and the Clock Tower fire. But this is telling us that this community post, thanks to Whisper, is making it more obvious.
There's a term in movie making known as director's cut. This version differs from the initial theater release and usually includes additional footage the filmmaker believes perfects the work. With Wtphu Overture, I wonder if we subconsciously aim to create a developer's cut of Wtphu. Well, I mean, there's a director's cut of Death Stranding, so why not? Our production.
But that is also that's also Kojima. Kojima had the intention of making films in the media of video games, so that makes sense for Kojima to say director's cut.
Crew had so many stories and features they were eager to explore. We were constantly brainstorming until the very end, figuring out how to weave these elements into Wtphu Overture was a major challenge for me as a director. With this new retrospective, we're committed to ensuring the love and support we received for Wtphu is honored, and at the same time telling stories that we've wanted to share. So yeah, we're gonna see, like...
Rest assured, we'll continue to give it our all to the very end. I'd also like to take this opportunity to express our gratitude for all the feedback and insight we've received from our citizens of Krot since the launch of the Wtphu. Your invaluable feedback significantly aids our developers in perfecting Wtphu and its dramatic prequel coming this summer. But again, we need a date confirmation, G1. Mr. Choi, we need a date.
Wait, we're going back in time. We're going back in time. So what I'm wondering if it's going to be like the other Souls games people are telling me where you have to, like, the DLCs at a certain point, which if that's true, then we might have to replace them on the first base game in order to get back there if it's where I think it is. If it's where I think it is.
And what I think it is, I know, Whisper, let me, not you, let me tell them, whoever's watching this, that it's very likely, because when we, before the ascent into the church, before we went to the church, it was before our first time meeting Pistris. Close to Pistris, we were able to find a golden stargazer. We couldn't interact with it. It was just gold, covered in gold. It was like frozen in time because, if I remember correctly, gold was used as a way of protection in a way. Kind of like there was like gold plated like teeth, or for ceramics or vases, they would weld pots that are broken back together with gold, and there's a stargazer made of gold. So yeah, there's a stargazer that's sealed in time, and we get to touch that again for the Yellow Brick Road, because at the end of the game we showed Dorothy. So Yellow Brick Road, Yellow Stargazer, Yellow Brick Stargazer.
But it is labeled as a DLC, not a whole different game. So like the director's cut of Death Stranding was like their PC release, and it's like a whole separate version of the game. This looks like it's just an actual DLC.
Mm-hmm.
So no Dorothy yet? No, Dorothy I think is going to be the sequel game?
It's going to be, I would say Dorothy is going to be brought up, But we don't know yet. We don't know what Neowitz are planning on using, because it's the idea that Neowitz is going to explore other grim fairy tale characters. Because we just had Pinocchio. Now we're going to reach into Dorothy. And there might be a chance that we'll see like a lion, a Tin Man, Scarecrow kind of character in that game. Who knows? Or at least characters inspired, because in this game we had people inspired from the tales of Vanini. I think Vanini, but point being, characters that we know from Pinocchio were twisted in a certain way to fit the narrative here. So, but yeah, like we will see a lion, we will see a Tin Man, we'll see a Scarecrow in the Dorothy game, but to what extent, nobody's gonna know.
I'm really curious how they're gonna do Dorothy, though, for sure. I could see them maybe building a bit more onto that, like in the background, maybe with Overture. That could be really interesting.
Overture's
Okay,
gonna, yeah, that makes sense, because Overture is gonna be a reaction to previous events that leads up to the Puppet Massacre. But if there are hints and like hits and bits, then sure.
I'm stupidly excited. So we have a summer game, we have our summer game, and we have our spring game now, I guess. Plus, I want to do the new Elden Ring game. And then whenever FBC Firebreak comes out, they still haven't given a release date for that. Yeah, so we're gonna be busy bees, guys. Busy bees. There's so much in this game I want to try out, though. Just watching that trailer. I don't know about the bow. I'm kind of turned off the bows because of how well they're not so great in Elden Ring. But you know, I've played so many games with bows, and I'm now like, eh.
And yeah, that's Whisper. Thank you, Whisper, for your coverage, and I'm happy to share your reaction to it, because I'm excited for this game as well. I'm really excited for what's gonna come up for Overture. Please, I'm gonna I'll put her link in the video in the description down below. But I'm really excited to see what we're gonna have in store for Lies of P, because we're gonna go back to the day that the clock tower incident occurred, to the Monat Charity House fire, and we're gonna watch ourselves die. Because remember, both Carlo and Romeo died during the Monat Charity House fire, so that the alchemists and Simon Mandus could capture Sophia Monad, because of her abilities as a speaker, as a listener. I forgot what they call it, but that's what we're gonna go into coming into Overture. But yeah, that's it. That's the video. Thank you, Whisper. Thank you so much.